going on, guys? Welcome, chat. I think the stream's kind of responding pretty quick. Let's see. I think we'll turn the music down a tad bit. Right there is good. I'm planning on getting a new mic here pretty soon. I was looking at pull up a tab actually. Looking at these, the Samson Q9U. Apparently it's a really good one, but it is a good hefty bit. But it's XLR, which means like you can plug it into like a mixer. Oh, sorry, excuse me. You can plug it into like a mixer, but you can also plug it like straight USB-C. It'll show the back of it. I don't know why it won't show the ports, but yeah. It's pretty cool. Thinking about getting it. Yeah, so you could do USB-C, headphone jack straight into it to tune it and stuff. And yeah, you could also do XLR like that. Might get it. I've been doing a lot of reviews on it, or not reviews, but studying, research on it. Alright, let's get to work. Those of you watching in chat, if you got any questions or anything, please feel free to just ask. I'll stop and answer. Do not mind answering any questions. Alright, cool. Jesus, this app has just gotten huge. Okay. Let's go ahead and run this. Just got done with PT. Nice, dude. Bruh, I could only imagine if I just got done with PT. Well, I'm not like boasting, it's just like, it's hard for me to imagine that I did that shit. But when you're doing it, it's not that bad, you know? Because you get into the rhythm of things and then like yeah, like you just get used to suffering. You just get used to having low quality of life. You don't really notice it. You're like a lab rat. Lab rats don't know anything about any of the lab experiments that they're doing or any of the mazes that they're running through. They just think it's another day. So basically you're a lab rat. But that's okay. I'd be a lab rat again for 2 years for some good benefits to help boost my career or life. At least defact eggs taste good today. Okay, now you're really showing your lab rat side. The defact eggs never taste good. They're literally watery. It's like eating yellow water. That's for a hood and trade off. What is food hood? What funny as hell. Dart dash mode. So how did I get 80% disability? You get messed up, bro. I don't know. So you would definitely be able to get some if you have little things that hurt. So whenever you go to make a claim, you just claim those and they'll give them to you, probably most likely. But unless like you actually have something wrong with you, you're probably not gonna get a huge percentage. True. Yeah. What time you get off work today, man? No earlier than 1500 my time, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, oh, it's Friday though. It's Friday. You're like, unless you guys are going to go save somebody from like a flood or something, I think you definitely get off. Every Friday, you guys meet up, like everybody, and have a safety pre. Yeah, you guys must have. I think they either just gave up here or like because we never had that. Like maybe once every blue moon, everybody would meet up and like they would just. I think there for a while actually, like towards the end, like there nobody. It'd just be like, all right, you guys are free, release. Like they wouldn't even do a safety brief. Digimon Lord, I don't even know. I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to say your name. I don't want to mess it up. What's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for the emojis. The walkie ducky. That's a cool emoji. Looking at all the kick emojis. They're adding some pretty cool ones. Emoji man. That's what this one is. Boy, what the hell? The ducky one is mine. Oh, cool. I need to add some for my stream. Dang, you got hella ducks. Is your thing like ducks? Kinda. You definitely have I used to have ducks as a kid. Like I owned them, like baby ducks. It's a programming joke. It is? Let me in, please, because I have no clue and I'm trying to be cool. Okay, I'm gonna go play some CSGO while I wait for 9:30 to roll around and I start hating my life all over again. Alert. I appreciate it. Don't hate your life, bro. Think of it as you're putting in work. Even though, you know, you don't really work, technically. Physically, probably that much. But just being there is work, you know? If you can't solve the code, you talk with a rubber ducky. Explain the code to it, and that will help you solve it. Oh, yeah, the rubber duck. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. But I've never used it. Usually I try to... That's why I make videos and stuff. I like to talk to people, not to ducks. And then I try and help explain things to different people. I force them to sit and listen to me. Let's see. Oh my god, if I can't type this. Yeah, true. I often do that too. Yeah, I hold people hostage and make them listen to my programming. But the rubber ducky is a joke. I have to commit to it. Yeah, it is pretty funny though. You just see you like in the office and you look over and Scroll Man's talking to the duck. Like yeah, and then you do the for loop and then you definitely no maybe. What do you think? He starts asking the duck questions and stuff like. Apparently I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe I need to talk to the duck. Why the fuck is there a bed in your office? Because this is like the guest room, but momentarily I'm using it as like it's not really my office, but it's just what I'm using it as. Until I get the mini split in my garage fixed. I'm just gonna call you DJ because I don't wanna splatter your name because I feel like I'm gonna say it horribly. But what do you do, man? Do you do web development? What kind of programming do you do or coding? Oh, he left. Rip. Hey, at least he made me laugh with his duck joke. styles. CS. Oh, dude. Yeah, I got hired. Well, I'm not hired, but I got offered this position at this other job on the 25th, and then I'm probably gonna get offered a position at this other job today, hopefully. So I'm gonna try and work both of them, and if I can, I'll be racking in like 10K a month between the two jobs and my benefits. Once my school benefits start kicking in, because right now my school benefits aren't kicked in, so I make like the same thing I made when I was in the army. Rip. But honestly, I make the same thing I made when I was in the army doing like nothing, basically, which is kind of ridiculous. Dark mode. Alright, maybe this fixed it. Apparently not. Perfect. That works, that works. Cool. Alright. Mr. Sampson, what's up? What's up? I'm working on this advanced React course. Trying to get it to work for me. What are you up to? What you up to today? You got work today or what? Since you ain't doing nothing, start making my boys drawing and photography website. Oh, cool. He does like drone shots? Or is it like video? You work every day. Dang, sucks to be you, homie. I was joking. That's probably good, rolling in bank. Unless you're on that salary. And I guess it doesn't matter how much you work, technically. You work just enough to get paid. That's horrible, right? Tell me more about this website, though. I broke something. I'm salary low. I'd rather salary than hourly. He wants us to make it for him. All right. So give me some. Let me know the rundown. What's it supposed to look like? What's it supposed to be like? Or is that our job? What's it? So it's just for him to like display his photography and like, are these drone videos or? I don't know. You the front end guy. Hey man, I'm the everything guy. I can do it all. Okay, that's not true. It'll be him selling his services and displaying his work. Okay. So basically just a display area and then like a checkout area. Or like a booking. Does he want booking? Or is it just like drone display website? Man, this is pretty cool. The heck? They do this with drones? Oh, I thought that was Chris Hansen for a second. I swear that was Chris Hansen. Samson, you've been caught. Been caught red-handed. But yeah, we could definitely do that for him. Easy peasy. Doesn't sound too bad. He said he can get a call next weekend. He's busy this weekend. Alright, sounds good. Is he paying us or is it free? I don't care either way, but, you know, I was just curious. Bro, I forgot how to use context. That's true, that's true. I mean, bro, we could make a lot of money. Like, I feel like with our skills and the things that we know now, we know. So, how many people in America, this is in America, right? America, know how to code? Who also know around 21 million in North America. They put the number of developers around 4.4 million. I'm confused. Including hobbyists who can also code around. Oh, this is worldwide. North America, 4.4 million. Okay. How many people live in America? So, what's that? What percent of 331 is 4? I don't know if I'm asking this right. 4 is 1.2%. 21 if you want to round up. So 1.2% of Americans know how to code. That's pretty valuable if you ask me. And then worldwide, how many people are in the world? 7 billion. Yeah, that's pretty. From 21 million to 7 billion. That's nothing. That's that like 700 more times. So we're 1 in 700th. So we can make some money with this. So I'm planning on like on my website eventually, or probably having like maybe another thing that branches off from my website, because I feel like my website's personalized to me. So maybe we could all make something together, like an LLC thing, and just make a bunch of websites for people or something like that. But nobody wants to get rich with me, dude. So I get rich by myself. Let me stress my brain muscles right now and see if I can remember how to use this. Well, once I get comfortable in my job, I'll be down. Yeah, for sure. Same here. Matt's supposed to reach back out to me this afternoon, so. But I'm pretty sure I'm hired. Welcome back, DJ. Nice cat gift. Keeps coming in, spamming all these cool ass gifts. Came in with the ducks, now with the cat. I feel like now you have a cat meme for me. Oh, how do you make the... Let's use dark mode equals... No. No, Copilot. There, that's what I'm looking for. Something like that. Let's see what this guy does. Samson, you work today? So, what do you got going on today? What about you, DJ? What are you up to too? Other than these cat emojis. I hit you with a follow too. I see you playing some League, man. Pretty brave guy playing some League. I used to play League. Samson says writing automation scripts. Dude, that sounds interesting. What do you write that in? Like, what language is that in? JavaScript mainly. What does that look like? Yo, can you send me a code snippet? I'd love to see what that looks like. I'm gonna have to look that up too. It's on my work computer. I'd have to take a picture with my phone. See here, let's look up JavaScript automation script. Where my OG badge? Oh, I got you. I forgot you could hand those out. Let's see. How do you do this? Community badges. OG badge. A blue. Hundreds. Add. There we go. Type something now. You want me to give you an OG badge too, DJ? Better be followed. DJOMLATOIR. Got you. Throwing it out there. Buffy Pickle. Gotta hit him with one. Hey, can't call me that. VIP. Here you can add users that will have VIP badge. You will be limited to 50 users for VIP, and users must be following your channel to be eligible. Oh, okay. About to see who's lacking right now. Who's not following? Okay, DJ's following. He can cop. Better be following, Samson. It says you're not following. What the hell, Samson? You gonna do this to me right now? Wow. It's crazy, actually. Alright, but both have VIP now. Type something, see what that looks like. It's like a little diamond. Alright. That's that. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Function, use dark context equals use context dark context, return the context. There it is. Sheesh. Yo, this app has got huge. So much code going into it, actually. Hey, yo. Bugging out in the chat, man. On click. Toggle dark mode. Dark mode. Why won't you work? Come on, bruh. Why won't this work? Gotta get to the bottom of this. An error. Let's go. Use local storage state does not provide an export name default. Ah. Dark mode context. Is that gonna fix it? It does, and that works now. Let me just move that around. It's crazy how good I've gotten at coding. Because we only started... Wait, why do you have a sword? Oh, that's because you're moderator. But I also gave you VIP. What's that about? Did you take... Can you take them off, though? Is that how that works? When did you start? 1QQ5 says, when did you start coding? I started coding... Let's see... July of this year. June of this year. So July, August, September, October, November. No, October. So like, wait. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I did not start coding. A little bit more. With zero knowledge, I started in March. Yeah. So I started a boot camp in March, but I ended it in July. That's why I was thinking July. Buffy Pickle says, I can wear them all. Yup, yeah. He literally created Minecraft. Yeah, I literally created Minecraft. No, that's not true. But yeah, 1QQ5 started in March with zero knowledge, and now I can build a pretty good app, like web app or website. What about you? What's your experience and what's all your stuff? What are you interested in? Just started. Well, 1QQ5, man, what are you trying to do? What do you want to do? You want to do web development, or you're not quite sure, or... But just because you just started doesn't mean you can't, you know, get good at something. We all start somewhere. I enjoy Node.js, to be on, or TBF. I don't know if that's a new thing or just a typo. But Node.js, yeah. So you like backend stuff, like creating a server and connecting API to it, kind of deal. Oh, to be fair, you're educating me, man. I feel old now. I don't even know what that means. To TBF, I'm getting out of date. It's not good. But yeah. So you like basically like backend kind of stuff more so than creating like the way something looks. Would you say, or? I like it all, TBH, HTML, CSS, JavaScript mainly, and I like to play with Node.js. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're a little weird if you like to play with Node.js, because that stuff is annoying. But that means if you like stuff like that, you're gonna be a really good developer, because I did not like that. I went straight to Express, which is basically like a library or framework for Node.js, which makes it a lot easier to set things up versus like the old school way, vanilla Node.js. That stuff is difficult. Doable, but difficult. But it's good to know the bare bones way first. See, I was told to stay away from frameworks when first starting out. Yeah, I mean, It just depends. I recommend. I like the way I learned the thing. So I learned it like what the base, whatever language it was or framework or whatever it is first, and then I found ways to make that specific language or technology easier. But I like the frameworks though. Yeah, the frameworks make things a lot easier because they do the thinking for you. I feel like. Um, but yeah, it's just basically preference. I mean, as long as you can get the job done and doesn't affect any run times or anything, I don't think that's big of an issue, honestly. People might make fun of you because you use a framework and it takes out all the hard parts of it, but like, why are you picking on somebody that's making it easier to do work so they can do more work and make more money or learn more? When did you are you currently like trying to get a job, or are you in school right now, or what are you doing? 1QQ5 said, I'm too old for school, looking for a career change. Well, man, definitely don't have to go to school to do the career change. That's what I would say. Because that's what I like about tech, is that you don't really need to, um, you don't need to have a lot of like credentials per se. You just need to be able to prove that whatever you're applying for, you could do the job well and do it proficiently and be able to learn on the go, I would say, from what I've seen. So are you trying to you're trying to aim for like a what kind of career are you in currently? Fabric. Excuse me, fabrication. What's that? Is that like clothing, or what is that? I'm not too educated on that, sorry. I don't want to sound stupid, so I'm not gonna try and guess. Welding, fabrication. Oh, cool. That's actually really awesome. You know, a lot of times people will think that they can't do something. I think you definitely have the mindset, man. I think you're gonna go far, and I think you're gonna learn it, and I think you're going to get a good job and change up your careers, honestly. But a lot of people that, especially in like the more physical hands-on jobs, they think they're not capable for some reason of learning something. But it's just like I feel like some of those people think they can't learn coding. I feel like I couldn't learn like welding or something. I feel like I would burn my hand off or something. So I guess maybe it's just a thing us humans think whenever we try to endeavor into new areas of life. But I think it's very possible for you, man. And if you need any help or anything, just let me know. I'd be glad to, coach you on some stuff or help you out if you need to. 1QQ5 says, I've always grew up with computers, built many myself. I've done previous coding in the past. Sorry, I can't talk. I can't speak. That's pretty cool, man. I built computers in the recent past too. Sometimes I still do. I mess with them, but not as much as I used to. More so like gaming computers. But like, I hate the term gaming computer because you could game on like a old Dell. You know, you could load up Roblox or something on there. So does that make it a gaming computer? But let's say the more high-end computers. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. What got you wanting to change out of that career field, and what got you interested in specifically code? QQ5 says money and lifestyle and working remote is a big one. Definitely working remote. I would say that working remote is got to be the best. Like I would take a probably a $20,000 pay cut to work remote, and that's just being honest because the time you spend driving to work, the time you spend in traffic, the time you spend on gas, well, not the time you spend, but the money you spend on gas, um, honestly, all that adds up to, and just the unnecessary BS of having to mess with people at work. I think all that accumulates to about $20,000 worth of bullcrap. So I'd rather just work at home. And yeah, it's just easier to crawl out of bed and jump on the PC. That's definitely correct. There's been mornings where I just roll out of the bed and hop on, especially for the boot camp, because the boot camp that I went to was remote. So I'd roll out of bed some mornings literally 5 minutes before I was supposed to be on the call, and then I'd be there. So like you're never, it's like impossible for you to be late. Are you working at the moment? So I am not working at the moment, but I have potentially a job lined up. I hear something back this afternoon. So if everything goes well, yes, I'm about to start working. But I just retired from, or not retired, but I just separated from the military medically. So I basically should just say retired, but I didn't technically do 20 years and I didn't retire, so I don't know how to word it, but I just got medically discharged due to like a medical condition. So I was a U.S. Army veteran, or I am a U.S. Army veteran now. So I'm just kind of like, just got out in July, I think, yeah. And now I've just been working on projects, trying to hone my skills, and then applying for jobs, and hopefully I get this one. But yeah, man, if you ever need got any questions or anything, feel free to shoot them now. Or you know, if you ever want to hop on a car or anything, I'd be glad to try and give some knowledge. As for somebody who's a little further ahead, I always try and. That's why I think helping people is the biggest thing you could do, especially if that person's like where you, that person wants to be where you are, and they're only a couple steps behind. It's definitely because the things that I wish I'd have done, I can share it to you, you know. So if you're ever interested, just let me know. If you got any questions, just ask them in the chat. I'll be glad to answer them while I'm working on this project. What's the project? So the project is I'm on a course right now, so this isn't like my project. Also, hold on. Thank A1QQ5. Appreciate the follow, man, for real. Trying to get that sub button. Trying to get that sub button. I gotta hit 75 followers though. But basically this project isn't mine. I'm doing a course right now on Udemy. That's a really good platform to like learn things. It is paid for, so unless you have some type of like um, reach with the military or something, you could, if you have like email for them, you can get it for free. But I learn all my stuff on YouTube and Udemy, and basically it's just like a booking app. So imagine like you work at a place where I vouch for, you said I vouch for Udemy. I pay 25 a month for the content on there. Oh, it's only 25 a month if for paid, and you get all the content. That's pretty. I didn't know that. That's actually a really good price because some of those people's courses like go on there. So I'm currently taking this one right here, by Jonas Smetman. Not everything, but most, yes. Okay, cool, cool. I mean, still, there's a lot of content on it, but this guy, I would freaking say this is by far one of the best like courses on here. I aspire to make my courses one day like his, so I take a lot from him. But he has like HTML, he has anything web development you could probably think of. But yeah, his stuff's really good. So I'm taking his React course right now. I'm about to finish it up. It's currently, let's see, it's like I want to say like 80 something hours long, but I'm almost done with it. You're probably seeing like a blank screen right now just because it won't let you share it even if I try, but It's a good bit of content. It's 67 hours total. So yeah, it's a lot of information. And I've learned a lot just from this. But Udemy, and then it's this guy's course. So we're working on a project here. And basically imagine like you work at a place where people can book, like kind of like Airbnb for cabins. So you can see what cabins are listed. You can list different cabins. Um, like let's say I want to add a new cabin. Full screen this. Let's say I want to add a new cabin. The cabin name is, I don't know, cabin 2. Say the max capacity for the cabin is like 4. So 4 people could be there. The regular price I want to list this at is $1,000 per night. Let's go ahead and give them a $100 discount. Say this is a awesome place to be. Great view or something, right? And then a photo. You choose a photo. We'll just choose like just one of these photos I have of me, but it would be a photo of the cabin. And then you click create new cabin, and then boom, it's right there. So now you can also edit the cabin. If you need to change it, you can duplicate it. You could basically edit the cabin any other way. You can filter this. So if I want to filter this by name, highest price, highest first, it's the highest cabin, different things like that. With a discount, no discount, all different things like that. And then let's say somebody booked you a cabin. Now you can see who booked the specific cabin. So if I click here, see details. I can see who booked what cabin. I can see if it's paid for or not. And then once it's paid for and they're checked out, I can delete the booking just like that. It tell me I deleted it. You can see it went off. And then this is where you could create a user. So this is basically like a management app for like a business. So you wouldn't be able to just create an account. Somebody who already has an account needs to be able to create you an account. So you could do that like this, and then put some random email, and then some password. Make sure these passwords match. Account created. And then if I were to log out, I could basically log in with that account. Then settings are here. So these are just settings on the cabins. So minimum nights somebody has to maybe book, or maximum nights, and then maximum booking guests, and then breakfast price if they want to add that. And then basically you just go in here and change it, and you click off and it'll update it. And that's pretty much the whole app. Working on finishing up the dark mode, so when you click this it'll change everything to dark. And then the dashboard is supposed to look something like have graphs and different things to kind of show the revenue of the company and different things like that. Basically just normal dashboard for anything related to the app or the website. But yeah, it's a pretty cool app. I learned a lot on it for sure. That's cool. So the assignment is to get the dark mode to work. Yeah, right now it's more so a code along than it is assignments. But there's areas where he'll teach you something, and then down the road a little bit later, a couple videos more, he'll be like, okay, we already did this, so I'm gonna pause the video here. He'll pause the video, and like you can try and do it on your own. And then he'll show you how he did it. That way, if you kind of did it right, or at least along the lines. He also has some stuff on YouTube. Let's see. Not all of it's like put together, like it's not the full videos or anything, but you could probably find like snippets like this. Like this is basically I'm thinking like the whole HTML course. I never took the HTML course. I probably should, because there's always things that I don't know that I feel like he would know, because this dude has like a lot of experience in the field of web design and stuff. But definitely, yeah, this would be like a good one to take, HTML and CSS. Teaches you a lot. Oh, what course did you dive into? So I've taken the uh I've taken I was told HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript. Yeah, that's definitely a good way to learn. So I learned HTML and CSS, but I watched this video right here instead for HTML. This guy, super simple dev, pretty good, really good actually. And I watched this for HTML and CSS, and I think that's it. All I did for CSS. So I started learning Tailwind. Tailwind is like like a utility first kind of deal for CSS. So it just takes CSS and makes it a lot easier to write. But CSS is probably, if you know CSS and you can code with CSS, that's probably the best way to do it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I've had a look into Tailwind. You can use it. Svelte. Yeah, I've never used Svelte. I don't know anything about that actually. But I think CSS, I just watched that one video, yeah, this one. And then I started, obviously indulging on my own, kind of like practicing on my own kind of stuff. And then I went to JavaScript. Well, I was already watching JavaScript before the HTML and CSS. So I knew a lot of like logic and stuff and like syntax. But if I were to learn it over, probably do the HTML and CSS. Then the JavaScript. JavaScript gets really in depth actually. And then definitely React. React, and then probably something like Tailwind along with it. All the little libraries that go with React. Honestly, I don't think it gets any better than React. There's Next, but Next is like server-side rendering, so it's only kind of like whenever you need it, per se. I get a little confused with JavaScript just because there's so many libraries in JavaScript. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely, I like to think of it as JavaScript's just a language, and then the libraries make using JavaScript a little easier. Like for example, I don't know if you know what Axios is, but Axios is a way to make fetching data from APIs a little easier. No, that's not it. This is it right. So it basically just it's a promise-based HTTP client for Node.js in the browser. Yeah, I've used it, got it in my current project at the moment. See, yeah, exactly. So things like that make it a lot easier. Instead of having to process and like strip down the data to get it into something that's usable, Axios just gives it to you straight up. And all you have to do is install it and then use it. There's a point where like too many libraries is too much, but I don't think I've ever installed so many libraries that it affected my runtime or anything. And like you could look at this project, like let's see, package JSON on this. I have a lot of different things. Got like React DOM, React Hook Form, Toast, icons, the router DOM, React Query, the dev tools for query. Like I got a lot of stuff on here. This isn't that much honestly, but style components. But it hasn't slowed anything down, so. But there's definitely good ones out there like libraries, and then there's crappy ones that aren't worth really using. But it's also preference too. That's why it's a library, it's kind of open source. It's like, oh, use this, it's just optional. So it's kind of like what you kind of deem is worth using, I think at least. What kind of project are you working on right now, man? How does the code predict like that? What the hell? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So Copilot, I don't know if you have heard about it yet, but Copilot is basically like ChatGPT but for your code, and it's pretty cool. It'll actually, I'm like 100% positive that it hears my video playing, and based off like what this guy says, like, oh, you just do document dot document element, it will hear that and it'll literally like highlight exactly what I like want from the video. It's kind of crazy, but it helps out a lot for sure. Is that a VS Code extension? Yeah, it is actually. So, let's see. All right. If yeah, it is a extension. So if you go to GitHub, Copilot, GitHub Copilot, I think it's like $10 a month, but it is really awesome. And you can just go to your extensions. I think it's like GitHub Copilot. Yeah, just right there. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of other more features, like there's a terminal one and stuff like that. I don't really find it that useful. It's basically like you search up questions in your terminal, but I mean, you can just do that on Google. There's a point where it's like too much is, you know, too much. 19 a month, yeah. I don't know, I like it. I think it's pretty useful. But yeah, it gets a lot. I think I was paying for it. I got the free version and I thought it was I was kind of skeptical, right? But then like after the month of using it and then I stopped, like it ran out and I stopped using it and I noticed and I was like, ugh, this feels horrible. So I had to buy it. Had to buy it. But that's just me though. Cool, got it working. Nice. Is there a free version or is it just paid version now? There's a pretty sure there's like a try it out like for a month for free. Not sure. So there's Copilot and then there's Copilot X. So Copilot X, you have to join the wait list, and then basically you can join really quick. But the Copilot, I think it's just you start, compare plans. Yeah, Copilot is $10, at least for this. Start the free trial. Yeah, it's 20 for a business. Plugs right into your editor, turns natural prompts into code. Yeah, so you can start a free trial like this and then try it out, but I've already done it. It's linked up with your GitHub account. And then the moment, like because I think my VS Code is linked to my GitHub too. So the moment I install that, I have it. Like the moment I installed this. But I'm on the pre-release version of VS Code, so I have the pre-release version of Copilot. But it should be the same on this blue version. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm back. I'm back. It says starting stream because I'm too poor to have a be right back one. It's not because I'm too poor. It's because I'm too lazy actually. I need to add that. But yeah. Nah, man. I'll make you one for 20 bucks. That's highway robbery. Hey, gotta get your bag though, man. Gotta get your bag. Respect the hustle. Okay, dude. Yo, what time is it for you? 9 o'clock? Yeah, leaving in 15 minutes. Rest in peace. Fuck it, bro. I'm just not going to work today. Okay, dude. That's not possible for you. Today's activity. Dashboard layout. Pages. Right. There we go. Work. Okay, gangsta. I'll see you later. Alright, man. Take it easy. Have fun at work. I'll leave my stream open all day until I'm done streaming. I'll hit you up when I get off. Alright, bet. Sounds good. Sounds good. Might be done streaming, guys. Let's see if we can host somebody. Give these 8 viewers to somebody. Unless anybody has any more questions. What extensions do you use? Valid question. Let's see, extensions. So the most important extensions that I use, I'll actually go through all of them and point out the most important ones. So if you have Windows, do you have a Windows machine? That was the first question. Okay. If you don't have WSL installed, I beg of you, please go install it. And if you don't know how to install it, let me know. Alright, so with that being said, if you have WSL installed, the reason you want to install WSL on Windows is because WSL gives you like a kernel of Linux on your operating system, no, on your application layer. So what that means basically in a nutshell is that you can interact with Linux only kind of things. And sometimes when you're coding and you're using different things, technologies, you're going to need to be able to interact with certain tools that are only allowed on Linux. So, or iOS or Mac, right? So the way you can do that with Windows is with WSL. You can use other things, but WSL is most updated. I've never had an issue once I downloaded WSL. So that's just my personal experience, right? But if you do have WSL installed, you'll have a WSL one, which is spun up on that Linux kernel, which is basically like a container or virtual box for Linux, but it's a little more lightweight. And you'll have your local one. As you can see right here at the bottom left, I'm running in WSL, and I'm using Ubuntu as a shell. So you want to focus on all the ones that you have for WSL, right? And the way you can sync those is if, like, you see I have 71 on here and 59 here, you can just go click this little cloud. This is the only one that's not installed apparently. That is installed on the local machine, but I don't want that because it's just just like a theme or something. And so if we pull this up, so Code Runner, this allows for you to run your code. So like, if you right click and click Run Code, you can see it output down here. So that way you don't need to open up like a browser or something to see your results. It's kind of useful. CodeSnap, not really. Docker, if down the road you start using Docker, it's kind of useful. It just helps you like manage different things with Docker. ERD editor, this is kind of cool. Just kind of get the important ones. ESLint, I would definitely use the download ESLint because ESLint's like, if you know what TypeScript is, ESLint is like TypeScript's little brother. So ESLint will show you where all the errors are, and it'll be really strict. It won't stop your code from running, but it'll show you where there might be possibilities of like an error or something going wrong. Copilot's pretty cool. We talked about that. Gitignore. If you don't know what a Gitignore is, then basically it's a file, and this helps for templates. And it's just a file that basically will, once you push things to GitHub, it'll ignore those. So maybe you want to ignore a file that has like a token on it or like a key that only you should be seeing. You can ignore that file. Let's see. CSS IntelliSense. This just allows for you to, like, when you save different things inside your CSS, it'll save and it'll look a lot better, and it'll highlight in certain ways. Let's see. Import cost. It's pretty cool. Like if you look right here or right here, you can see this is what the import cost does. It shows you like how heavy the library that you're importing is. Move that up, and like how much memory and stuff is taken up. It also will only happen if like this thing imports properly. So I like to use it as like an indicator, like, okay, I imported this thing, it's imported, it's good to go. Live preview. This is cool if you're working on basic like HTML, JavaScript, CSS websites. So if you're using this, I like live server a little better. So it's the same thing. So if you go down here, you click go live, it'll actually run your code on a web server. But since I'm using React, it's not gonna pop up, right? But if I was using something else, then it would. Live share. This allows for you to like do collaborative things within live share. So basically somebody can join your coding session. NPM IntelliSense. This is this IntelliSense. I like this. It allows for me to like basically see. It's like it'll pop up what what it thinks I'm trying to type, and then that way most of the time it's right. Path IntelliSense. This is pretty cool. I like it because let's say I do import. I don't know. From, and then once I do this, do a dot slash, you can see it starts showing me all my folders and stuff. So like maybe I wanted to go to pages and then do another slash, and it shows me everything in the pages folder. So I don't have to go over here and look and I'm like, oh, okay, where's that? I already know because of the IntelliSense. So that's pretty cool. And let's see, let's keep going. Prettier. Definitely Prettier is at least one of the top 5, top 4, top 5. Prettier just basically, if I come over here, let's say like I move this down a couple blocks, and like I move this, and I indent this. Like if I save right now, I do Control S. You see how I moved all that back, and you can configure Prettier to basically the way you like your code to look, and then that way it formats that every time the way you like it. If you're using Tailwind, CSS IntelliSense is really good. So like if you type something, it'll start showing you all the things with it. Thunder Client or Postman are good for like API requests. So if you set up an API on your backend and you're trying to like look at like you're trying to grab some data from it, see if it's actually working, that link, you could just run it in Postman and then it'll work for you. So some notable mentions are right here, auto close tag. So like whenever you see me do, let's say dashboard layout, right? Or oh my god, dashboard layout. We'll just do dashboard. The moment I do the less than sign or the greater than sign, I'm sorry, it automatically does the other one for me. So that's basically what it does. Just a couple of things to make coding a little easier, I guess. Auto rename tag, same thing. So like if I change, let's see, if I change this, you see at the bottom it changes too. So that's pretty useful if you're changing, like if you're changing different things within HTML or something. Next thing would be ES7 and ES6 snippets. This is so like if I make a new file, like let's say new file test.jsx, I come in here, type RFC, hit enter, you'll see that something like this pops up. You can actually adjust it too and give your own snippets. Delete that. Go back to the extensions. File icons, this is just for aesthetics. This is like what all my files look like based off of this. What else? JavaScript ES6 code snippet, same thing, but just for JavaScript. That's pretty much it. I don't see anything else that I use. So I'd say the top ones are the snippets, Prettier, the close tags, open tags, the IntelliSense, and probably like ESLint or like the live share or live server. Those would be like the top 5 for sure. You got any good ones that I don't have that you know of? I'm gonna go figure out how to install WSL right now. If you, well, I'll do it for you. If you do !YT, my YouTube's right there. I got a video on how to set up a whole coding environment with with Windows. It should be on that channel. It should be like one of the most recent videos. And if you go there, you'll see how to set it up. So that way you don't have to do all the research. Also, I don't know if like you have your terminal and stuff set up too, but it shows you how to do everything from like scratch. It shows you how to set up SSH for GitHub, so you don't have to type a password every time. Cool. No way you know you have way more than what I've got in terms of extensions. Jesus. Yeah, I got a lot of extensions. One day I got really bored and I just started installing a bunch of random stuff. Like as you can see, like I only like out of all those 30, I picked like 5 things that I really use a lot. So a lot of them are like what is it? Like resource packs or like not resource packs. I think I'm playing Minecraft over here or something. They're themes. A lot of them are themes that I have installed. But yeah, this video right here. Yeah, this one. This one to get you straight. Right, if you got any questions, just feel free to message me, man. If you do a ! Discord, I'll do it for you. Join the Discord too, and then if you got any questions, you can just reach out to me on there. Or next time you see me live or anything. But yeah, let's see if we can find somebody to give some viewers to. So I don't know why, but somebody told me that this guy is like apparently dead, and somebody keeps playing like his videos. I don't know. I feel like it's a bot or something. Cool. Yeah, definitely fire a message, man. What's this guy up to? What's he talking about? Oh. I don't know what he's saying. Game dev. See what this guy's up to. There's never anybody streaming in software development, and it irks me. Well, this guy's got some pretty cool music. Let's host this guy. I'll say his name. Copy that. Where's the host button? Host the channel. Alright guys, I want to appreciate you for watching. If you liked anything or you got something from this, please leave a like or leave a follow. Sorry, I think I'm on YouTube. If you would check out my YouTube too, and then join the Discord, !Discord. Have a community where we're helping people break into tech all the time. And I appreciate you for watching. If you got any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up on Discord, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.